In this video, we will show you how to work with precedents in Leap Conveyancer. Leap Conveyancer comes with a comprehensive suite of up-to-date forms and legally drafted precedents. A precedent can be a standard precedent that comes with Leap Conveyancer, which can be duplicated and customised, but not deleted, or a precedent that you have created or imported. A precedent becomes a document when a copy is created in a matter and populated with matter-related data. So here we are in Leap Conveyancer. The first thing you'll see when you log in is your list of current matters. Access precedents through any open matter. When you open a matter, you will see at the top all our action buttons for creating documents. Click on Forms and Precedents at the top of your matter. In the Forms and Precedents screen, you will see our standard forms and precedents that you can open and create a document from, duplicate and modify, or even import your own. On the left-hand pane are the upper level folders, and the folders and files they contain are displayed in the right-hand pane. When looking for the precedent you need in Leap Conveyancer, there are two ways to find them. One way is to search through the folders using the arrows at the top left to go back up through the levels. You can change the state or profile to narrow down the results to display the most relevant forms. The second way to search for a precedent is using the Search tab and typing in the name of the precedent. Right-click the precedent or form to view your options. You can create a document, create a new precedent, import your own precedent, modify a precedent, duplicate a precedent, view history of changes for a precedent. A precedent becomes a document when a copy is created in a matter and populated with matter-related data. Right-click or double-click the precedent. Select Create Document. The precedent will be downloaded locally from the server and will open in Microsoft Word. You may be prompted to answer a series of questions that will affect the content of the document. These can be revisited at any time. All these and other details you have previously entered will be merged into the form. On the Leap tab in Microsoft Word, you will notice the following options: Save and Close, or Save, saves the document back to the matter. Update, updates the information on the precedent. Rename, renames the document in the matter. Delete, deletes the document from the matter. Bring to front, brings the Leap Conveyancer program to the front. Run Leap Fill-in. These are the questions you may be asked when opening the precedent that determines the content, such as state revenue questions. Click to revisit these questions. When clicked, grey areas indicate field codes. To toggle between the field codes and your data, click Alt plus F9. To insert new fields, click the editing icon, then Insert. The available fields to insert are displayed in the Leap Conveyancer menu. Fields are arranged into categories relating to the tables in the database. Use Search to narrow down the available fields. Click in the document where you would like to insert the field. Select the field and click Insert. If you notice at this point that you are missing some details, it's best to go back to Leap Conveyancer, add those details into the matter, and then go back into Microsoft Word and click Update on the Leap toolbar. This way, these details will merge into any documents you create later on for this matter. In Microsoft Word, click Bring to Front on the Leap toolbar to bring Leap Conveyancer to the front. Now simply type the contents of the document. When finished, save and close it back onto your matter. Next, we will create a new precedent. Go to the appropriate folder, right-click a precedent, and select New Precedent. In the Create Precedent dialog box, select the precedent type, then the recipient. Then click OK to download the precedents document. The document opens in Microsoft Word. Make your changes, and when finished, click Save and Close, and enter the new file name for the precedent. The precedent is saved back to the folder. Next, we will import a precedent. Navigate to the relevant folder where you would like to save the precedent. Right-click any precedent in that folder and select Import Precedent. Select the documents to import and click Open. The imported precedent will be saved back to the folder. Next, we'll create a duplicate of a precedent and modify it to suit our needs. You can modify your own precedents directly. However, the standard precedents should be duplicated before being modified. Right-click the precedent and select Duplicate Precedent. The precedent will be duplicated in the same folder with a -copy at the end of the name. Right-click the duplicate precedent and select Modify Precedent. Make your changes, rename the precedent copy, and then click Save and Close. Enter a reason for the changes. To go back to an older version of a precedent, right-click the precedent and select History of Changes. In the History of Changes dialog box, select a stage. Click the Preview button to preview the document at that stage. Click Set to Current to set that version as the current version and close the window. And finally, I will show you how to delete a precedent. To delete a precedent you have created or imported, right-click the precedent and select Delete. Enter a reason for the delete action. If you want to restore a deleted precedent, click the Tools Options button on the top right and select View Deleted Precedents. The deleted precedents will appear in red. Right-click and select Undelete to restore. This concludes working with precedents in Leap Conveyancer.